get them into Results Academy and then get them into week 1 internship 2. And then it'll be your job to send the link to them so then they can watch it and they can learn exactly like you did. Does that kind of make sense? That way, our education can be streamlined and then we can literally help thousands of people so quickly because it's one simple system and we all teach the same way. So I could ask Lil, I could ask Mary, how do I respond to this objection? And they both say exactly the same thing. So then in the future, when it doesn't matter who walks through these doors, if it's Katie's person, Mathios's person, it doesn't matter because we all respond with the same language, with the same culture, with the same standard, and then each of us is helping all of us. Does that kind of make sense? That's the real purpose and the reason why we've started and put together the coach internship. So we'll get started straight away. Hey Blake, it's been so long I can't see you, but it's good to see your name.
He raised his hand.
So you Present. Okay, we'll get started. So week 1, it's going to be an 8-week program. Okay, so it will cover all types of things from how to run a fit club, to how to give a product training, to how to handle objections, to how to get to supervisor, all those type of questions that you're like, oh my God, how do I do all this, right? It's going to cover all of that. And we're going to start obviously with invitations because this is the first thing. If you don't know how to do anything and you just invite into the community, you'll get yourself some clients and you'll change some lives, right? It's not very hard and that's the most important thing. So, you good?
I can't open that.
Oh, we can swap use up the same thing. Okay, so why? We always start with why. We read a book once and it says starting with why because if you don't give people a purpose or a reason why you're saying something or explaining something to them, they're not going to know why it's important, right? So why is it so important to invite people? It's because it's the only way to get people in, right? So you see Coca-Cola, you see iPhone X, you see all of that stuff, all those advertisements, they're all invitations. Yeah, it's all an offer there. And then you go and you search for whatever it is. Here it's a little bit different because we're dealing with people, we're dealing with lives, right? And the only way to impact people's lives is through the invitation. And each of us here, we're the own CEOs of your own company. Yeah? And as CEOs, your business is not going to really grow if you just sit there, right? If you had your own business, what are you going to do? Lil, you would know, you run a cake business. Yeah, what do? You got to go out there and you need to advertise. Advertise your shakes. You got to talk to people. You got to let your business be known, right? Same thing here. And then we do that through the invitations, right? And that's why it's so super important for us to start off with that. Because without invitations, there's no people, Without Randa inviting Diana would not be here. Yeah, there had to be an invitation. Without without Ethan asking Katie to come to a fit club or come to, a meeting, there would be no Katie. There would be no boyfriend, girlfriend, 1 year #anniversary, right? So it all started with an invitation.
And the only problem, you guys will find as coaches, and for anyone out there as a Herbalife distributor, is not enough people. That's the only problem you ever have. Not that there's not enough people out there, is that we don't invite enough people, okay? And all it is because you'll have moments where you're constantly helping lots of people, and then the moment that you're like, oh, I'm killing it, these people are getting amazing results, you forget to do the work of the invitation, okay? Honestly, 80% of Herbalife is talking to people and inviting them to an opportunity, whether, we're going to talk about what there is, but obviously that's 80% of the work, okay? It's just talking to people and say, hey, let me change your life. Like you said, like Rob was saying to the guys at the station, the guy's running late, but he's like, man, I'm going to change your life. And whether he does or not, it's regardless. But if you walk through these doors, he'd walk out different.
That's right. So the only problem there ever is not enough people. So that means not enough invites. The solution to every problem in Herbalife is more people. Yeah? So the only problem there ever is not enough people, and the solution to everything is more people. Yeah, that's why you probably hear Rob say this the most. When there's a problem, he's like, no problem. More water or no problem, more people. Yeah. Right? Because you're going to meet people and they're not going to be ready. Yeah, and you're going to contact them and you're going to be like, feel like you're hassling them and you're investing so much time. They're just not ready. Don't squeeze that last juice out of that lemon. Just go find more lemons. Yeah, and then you can make a whole jug of juice. So the only problem is that, but the solution is the same thing, more people, right? So we're going to start off with the flow, and the reason we say this in the beginning is because this is what everybody goes through, okay? And this is the flow for the majority of you guys, how you have become supervisor or will become supervisor, or how you guys joined, right? And this flow, there's a diagram, we'll put a diagram of it up, but it starts with an invitation. And you guys might want to write this down, draw it out, because this is like your steps when you have people, right? So your invitation, always start with that, and we'll go through what type of invitations there are in a moment, and there'll be a document of different ways you can post different advertisements and stuff like that, but that always invites to a presentation, okay? And a presentation is whether you're say looking for 5 to 30 people who want to lose weight or something like that. That's an invitation to a wellness, okay? A wellness evaluation. Or there's a invitation to a fit club, right? An invitation to a fit club is obviously this place, right? They can jot notes while we're talking. So an invitation to the presentation, which is a fit club, or it could be a Herbalife opportunity meeting. So this is, when you come to a kickoff, or you come to a Super Saturday, or that online meeting, that's an open, it's a Herbalife opportunity meeting. And this gives them information about the company, information about what we do, our challenges and everything like that. So that's a presentation. It just presents. A presentation is any place where you hear testimonials. Okay, this is what Mark Hughes said. So it could be like Robbie is talking to some guy at the train station. He's like, yeah, look at this photo, I gained like 5 kilos of lean muscle. It's a presentation because he just showed them the results of what happened through the nutrition. Yeah, so it's not just you have to put them in front of like Bex, who's given a Herbalife opportunity meeting. Could be there and then on the spot you're giving out a 30-second presentation. So that's the invitation to a presentation. The next thing that we plug them into is like a fit club or a BMTC. And the amazing thing about BMTC is that you don't have to join with the products. Yeah? Put your hands up if you joined a BMTC without the products. Yeah? Put your hands up if then you jumped on the products. Yeah? So that's the whole point. You guys went through the flow, right? So that's the next goal. Our BMTC is starting on the 5th of March. And our goal is to get as many people, whether they're on the products or not, to join that BMTC, because that's where they're exposed to results. That's where they're exposed to people who've won the previous challenge through nutrition program and the fit club, right? So then you invite them to a fit club or to a BMTC with or without the Herbalife products.
Guys, with the BMTC and the fit club, remember, it's the fit club is not the issue. Don't ever make the fit club the issue. Yes, we want 100 people, we want 200 people, 500. But remember, the reason people are coming to a fit club is because it's a presentation. What do they hear? Testimonials. Who do they get to talk to? People that gotten results. Okay, never underestimate, because fit club is it can feel like work because you're there, you're pumping out, you're motivating each other. But then at the same time, remember, the only purpose of it is really to kind of help these people be exposed to more knowledge that it is possible to get these results. Yeah. And from there, it goes into 3-day trial and the products. So obviously, that's the main kind of purpose. If they do hear these testimonials, they will ask you questions. They will say, "How did you lose that weight?" Or they will say, "How did you drop that body fat?" So it always goes back to that. From there, people can do their 30-day personal challenge or BMTC with what's that one?
Products.
Herbalife products. So basically, everything's it's like a step-by-step process. So say, for example, they've joined the BMTC, no products, brand new person, just want to do a challenge for themselves. They'll go on to later on trying the products, experiencing the products, wanting to use the products. From there, it'll go into a 30-day challenge and the BMTC with the products. Okay, this is where the shift happens, because once they use the products, they have a high chance of winning. Honestly, it's like most of the guys that have won the challenge, they've always been smashing the products, even this challenge. So, and from there it goes, yeah.
Yeah. So, take note of this, guys. I drew a big arrow. All right. This is to distinguish if people want to go fast, don't push them to go slow. Right. If people want to go slow, don't push them to go fast. Right. And what I mean by that is, sometimes you'll see a presentation. I know that family, Leanne, she saw a presentation at Fit Club. She jumped on the program straight away. And Vanessa's not going to be like, hold on, 3-day trial.
Wait 2 weeks.
No, all right? She wants to start it straight away. If she wants to go fast or he wants to go fast, let them go fast, okay? And through the wellness evaluation, here, after the Fit Club, whatever, you'll be able to deduce that, All right, you'll be able to figure out whether they want to go fast or they want to go slow because you present them two options. Yeah. So always remember, you know, it's not just my way or the highway. It's what do they want? You work according to their goals, right? So then after the 3-day challenge, our 30-day challenge of the BMTC with the products, they'll obviously feel a result. They would have lost 5 kilos or gained a few kilos, feel amazing. They'd be screaming loud, you know. And from there, you ask them for the referrals. This is the most important part, right? And I'm going to share this because I ask this for all my clients. You know, who do you know that I can help? I'm not shy to say that because literally I'm going to change their life, you know. Or if I'm not, you are, like my client is. They're going to change their lives through the nutrition program. So don't be afraid, be proud, yeah, and be eager to ask for referrals, right? And it doesn't have to be, like, do you know any friends that will come to the Fit Club? Or if you were, what's your goal at the moment? To lose 10 kilos? If I was to help you lose 10 kilos, who are 3 people that you'd let me help, right? Ask for those referrals because from there, they become accountability partners. Like, for example, Lil Hong and Lisa, all together, accountability partners. How much more fun is it, right? How much more amazing are your results? You even get a little bit competitive sometimes, yeah? The cousins at the back, the 4 of you doing it together, it's much more fun than just watching one person drink their shake in the morning, right? When all of you guys are doing it. And that's what accountability is. Because within a big community of MNLC, you have little clusters of communities, little clusters of, you know, bonds. I was going to say bondage.
Groups of people that just get along with each other, like similar vibes, there's similar passions and stuff. And that's what they want. They want to be around people that they know they can hang out with. Guys, with the referrals, if you do not ask, Mark always says this, if you do not ask, it's always a no.
Yeah.
Always. If you don't ask, if you don't say, oh, do you know anyone that I could help? It's always going to be a no. Why? Because you didn't ask. So make sure you do. Okay, from accountability to then obviously once they have the partner or they're doing the challenge with a couple of people. Some people, so they're building their little group. They then go on to becoming the member and then we activate the 6 steps. Okay, so the 6 steps, we won't go into them now.
Oh, it's okay.
Take a photo and send it to
We'll take a photo, we'll send it to you, but as we're talking, you can take notes and just write the arrows.
Rob, can you just take a photo and then upload it to Telegram?
It's connected to the screen.
Yeah.
Andy will take it on his phone.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Easy, let's just continue.
Yeah, so from there, it goes into member.
That's another week.
Yeah, so as the member with the 6 steps, we won't go into it, but we'll explain it in another week. And the 6 steps go into depth of exactly what you're supposed to do with a brand new person that's becoming a coach or a member. From there, we activate MAP, which is basically teach them how they can help their first 5 to 7 new clients. Okay, and it just kind of, to make it simple, everything affects everything. So you have to go through this kind of process in order to, at the end of the line, kind of go back to the person is already skilled and they already kind of understand what they need to do. Okay, so from active member activation program, they get the blender and they're already working towards their way as a supervisor or a leader. And all Herbalife does is they put these little pins and stuff for us to go towards, is so you can go out of your comfort zone and then just kind of improve a little bit better every week. Every week get a little bit better, talk to a few more people, help a few more people get results, and from there you obviously move up from there. And it all goes back to a presentation. Invitation, sorry. Invitation that goes into a presentation.
That's right.
And what's different between Sue, Bex, Rob, and like Andy and some of us that have been around here for a while? We've gone through this and we came back to this and now we're just inviting. Like it's the same thing. Like now we're still doing the invitation. Just all you guys have to do is just exactly what we do. That's it.
Yeah. So it's a very simple flow, and just take note of where you are at now. Right, everyone here, even if you're online, you know you're going to get Andy sent the photo through. See where you are now. I know most of you guys are probably here doing your 6 steps, and those steps are like get registered, experience the product, list of people, goals and all that stuff, attending the events. So many of you guys are here, and maybe your next step is to activate the map, right? So go back to your coach and they'll sit you down, or maybe you already know what to do. So you know that your next step is then supervisor, and all that time we've got to do the invitations to keep this flow going, right? Is that cool with everyone?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Any questions before we move forward? Oh, pretty simple. Okay. Awesome.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to go on to is what. So we went to why. Why do we need invitations? What are invitations? Okay, so we're going to head now to the Herbalife books. All right, you don't have them, but write it down. Okay, I believe it's page 20 to 25 of your Herbalife books.
Who's got the book? You guys got it? Yeah. Cameron's got it. Awesome.
Everyone who's registered should have them.
Yeah.
And everybody here is registered. So.
You know what's funny? They always say that in Herbalife, it's like how you do something, like the next person that you introduce is how they do it. You know, guys, I never read the books for the first year. You know what's funny? No one's read the book in the class. Just so you know, it honestly, it matters. It matters. No, I know us here. Obviously, all of us have read it now, like the leaders. But I'm saying, like in general, the people that I'm like, no, you should read it. Like, trust me, I didn't. You should. And it's honestly, there's so much valuable information. Every single word that we say is either in this book or it's on a Mark Hughes video. That's it. There's nothing else to it. So, okay, if you go to this page, it's really simple. You guys have probably seen these buttons before, and you're wearing one of them now, either the lose weight, make the world healthier and happier, 3-day trial. There's also the skin one. So basically it already goes into how, like, what people would ask you. Necessarily, who's got a button response before, or who's had someone ask them about their button? Yeah? What did they say to you when they saw your button?
I was shopping and they're like, lose weight, how do I do it?
Yeah, and what was your response?
We spoke about Herbalife,
Okay.
said that I lost 15 kilos.
Okay, role play. So are we going to get into it straight away?
Yeah, so the use my talk, the button is obviously one of them, right? And if we've all been watching Mark Hughes videos and everything, and if you guys have noticed in some of the videos, it's the same exact button, not this one, the lose weight now one, right? And what has happened from there is that they've developed what they call a button response, okay? So it's the same generic steps that you go through with everyone, and it literally is the answer to all problems, yeah?
Yeah, it's got literally for every button.
Yeah, for every button. So we're just gonna go through like just what would happen in like a perfect scenario where people are calm, and then I'm like, how? Okay. But say I'm wearing the normal lose weight now button, and then Bex is gonna like ask me if he's a bit overweight.
Okay. How do I lose weight? How?
Oh, you're looking at this. Are you serious or are you curious?
I'm pretty serious. I need to lose weight.
How much weight are you looking to lose?
Oh, about 15 kilos, but it's probably 20.
Probably 20.
Yeah.
What have you tried before?
Oh, you know, I tried this other diet where I had to eat just chicken and potatoes for 2 weeks, but it didn't work.
Oh, why not? What's the
I don't
issue?
like potatoes.
Okay. What else have you tried?
I tried these shakes once before, but they tasted really bad.
Okay. And why is it that you want to lose 15 to 20 kilos?
Oh, because I've been overweight for so long, and all of my friends are getting fit because now it's the trend, so I want to be part of it.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, you asked the right person. You know, the best thing about what we do here is that you don't have to eat potatoes. Yeah, and yes, we do work with meal plans, but they taste absolutely delicious, and we can definitely tailor a plan according to your goals and what your taste buds are like, right? So what I can do for you is we can schedule a time where we can put you on a special scale. It gives you 9 readings of the body, your body fat, your muscle mass, and everything like that. And from there, we can tailor a program according to your goals. Would that sound okay with you?
I'm scared of scales, but I'll give it a crack. I trust you.
Give it a crack? Alright, so if I was to invite you at a time that would work, you'd be able to come down to our centre and we can do you a wellness?
Yeah. We can do that after work, probably is a good time.
After work? So what time best suits?
Maybe 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah, so if I was to give you the detail and I'll message you the number and everything, 5 p.m. tomorrow morning, that would suit you?
Yes, 5 p.m. is great.
Okay, so what's your number?
045064.
Yeah, that's how simple it can be, right? So that's a typical button response when someone is like, nice, all right? And they're like, yeah, I'm so keen. A lot of the time you don't get that, right? But there's always a reason. So say, for example, he said, I tried starving myself. And I'll be like, no problem, you know, with what we do, you never have to starve yourself. We teach you to eat 5 times a day, yeah? Or
always give the objection a solution.
a solution. and you guys know the meal plans, you guys know the answer, there's always a solution. Yeah? Did we do okay?
Yeah.
I was actually like, put on the spot. I was like, oh, I hope I do okay.
Yeah, and at the end, you guys probably noticed that she was asking if I book you in for tomorrow at 5 p.m., will that be okay? She's actually qualifying me whether I'm serious. So she's asking the question saying, hey, if we put the time that you said, is this okay? And then I have to confirm. So you always have to put it into their kind of hands. So because if you just tell the person, I can only see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. If I don't see you, I don't help you.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't work that way. So you have to always you have to meet them halfway. Okay?
Yeah, and I made it sound like he's investing so much. Like he came up with the idea, he asked me, he came up with the day, he came up with the time, and so all I did was say yes. So what's the likeliness of him to come other than me saying, oh, well, I'm free, 3:30 tomorrow, are you free? Then he's going to be like, well, I haven't invested anything, you just fit me into your slot. Whereas in this time, he's like, wow, he's not wearing a button.
Yeah, I left in my jacket.
He's like, now this time, he's like, wow, she's like really fitting me in, you know, and I've picked this time. The likeliness of them showing up is much higher. Of course, you're going to get days where people just no-show, that's going to happen. But when you're like that and it's a person-to-person relationship and a talk, it's very likely that they'll stick to their word. Because generally people want to be a man of their word or woman of their word.
Mark Hughes tip 101, your attitude, your exact response in that first 3 seconds when they ask about your button is everything. 90% of the time. Like I asked Katie, what did you say when they asked about your button? Oh, if I said, you drink these 3 shakes and 2 tablets, vitamins, and I think you're gonna lose weight. That's like when people are like, okay, no. Mark Hughes 101, you asked the question. So
How?
You're not gonna believe it. I'm gonna change your life. So literally, you have to kind of come up with your own thing. But I usually when they ask me, Sue's always the question is, oh, are you serious or are you just kind of curious? Because then you question them straight away. So you have to respond. If you have energy, you need to give. Always give it to them because the person's gonna be like, okay, I want that's what I want. That's what I want. Okay. So it's always good to make sure you respond in a energetic
But
way.
don't get cut up if you don't respond properly.
Yeah,
Right? I've
'cause you
had
get caught
times
up.
they'll be like, what, how? And I'm like, literally I'm just blank and I'm
The
like,
button, this one,
and then sometimes they're like, I just go to a fit club, that's it, because I don't know what to say, right? So it's okay if that person that asks you, don't kill yourself about it, but just learn to practice and always respond, yeah? Don't be shy and weird.
I've had moments where I blanked out and I just Herbalife nutrition, do you want to try it? That's it, that's all I can say, because I was just scared, so.
Alright, moving forward, these are some of the invites. So whatever you're inviting to, make sure it's purposeful towards your goals. Okay, don't just send something out and just do it because someone else has done it. Yeah, make sure it's purposeful towards your goals, because you're going to see advertisements with recruiting or this or 3-day trials and this. If you don't feel like it's your language, don't use it. Use what you're comfortable with, right? And this is just an example, and to be honest, I don't have many friends, so I didn't really say this to anyone, but if you guys have lots of friends, I'm telling you, it's on video, it's cool. But if you guys have lots of friends and you're just starting, this is a fantastic way to let them know, to get your skills ready, right? So it's I'm training to become a wellness coach and I need to make 10 presentations about understanding what nutrition is for your body. This could be a text or you could be saying it, right? Don't read off the script if you're talking to your friend, obviously. And just be like, can you come tomorrow and let me practice on you? Let me just practice so then when I'm actually helping people, I won't make mistakes. And they're usually your friends, right? So they will do it. And you are practicing. But in the meantime, they're going to be like, what are you actually doing? And then through that, they're going to be interested in what you're doing, and they'll probably ask questions and they'll probably see your results, and from there they could potentially become a client. But you're just saying to them, can I practice on you? Because I just need some practice. Yeah? So that's a really, really fantastic way to do a wellness profile. Invitation into a presentation, which is a wellness.
Yeah, that one, see how it says presentation and saying what's good nutrition? Before when I started, all I said was, I got this new scale, it's crazy, it gives you 9 readings about your body, tells you your body fat, which you don't want to know. I need to do 10, can you do 1? like that. My language was poor, but that's all it was. And I used to go to all my cousins carrying the thing and ultimate program and the scale. And I walk in, who's going on first? Like, that's it, literally. Like that's how I started. I didn't know better. So you guys have something to actually say to people that they know what to expect. Yeah, I was like going out and I'm like, come on, you gotta get on the scale. So guys, use the scale. The scale is an amazing thing. Half the GPs wouldn't have a clue what that says. I'm telling you now. Honestly, use it to your advantage.
Yeah. Another one is like something real simple. If you really see, we just started a free fit club in Liverpool. I'd like to invite you, to one of the sessions. Would you like to come? Right? There's other ones as well. For example, an opening party or a shake party. Okay, so you just message them. You always tailor it towards their goals or towards their relationship. You don't just send out the same one. I want to tell you the truth. I've done this before. You have to change the name if you're going to use like a generic. If you're going to use a copy and paste, make sure you guys change the name.
Yeah.
All right? Because I was like, hey Sally, and I copied Sally to Bob, and it was like, hey Sally, but it was Bob, and Bob's like, I'm not Sally, and I was like, oh my god. So make sure you guys read through it and tailor it. So if you know that, they went to high school together, or you guys went to uni together, or you did some class together, tailor it to that. Just go, haven't seen you in ages, how's dance class, or what have you been doing with your life and stuff. And then you just copy this, I don't know if you know, but I joined this amazing community. I gained 5 kilos, lost 15 kilos, lost 40 kilos, whatever. And I really want to share it and celebrate it. My coach is throwing me a party. And I really love for you to come and celebrate it with me. At this time, are you able to make it? And you make it about them. I would really love it if you came and supported it with me. You make it about them. It's not like, yeah, my party. It's not about that, right? So that's a good way to make a shake, an opening party or a shake party invitation.
Awesome. Some tips, guys. Literally, like the book says, it's like to kind of start talking to people. Obviously, a lot of your circle of influence, and if you're not sure who it is, just open up your mobile phone and your contact list, and just start reading the names. Some of those names you might have been courting for God knows how long, but I guarantee you, maybe there's at least one person on there that needs help. Yeah. So if you kind of just scroll through and be like, oh, I remember, I don't know, Jonathan. Jonathan, I'm going to just see what's he doing on Facebook, and you see that he's in need of help. I've had so many friends that where I scroll through and I'm like, wow, I used to work with this person. They're like 30 kilos overweight now. And I'm like, what the hell happened? So then I'll just send them a message like, hey, this is what I'm doing. By then they already know. They're like, yeah, I know, your page says Herbalife all over it. But they will just be like, it's a nice gesture just to say hello and how you're doing. Honestly, even that could lead to an invitation.
Yeah. So now what I've done is I've just copied and pasted from all different coaches. Social media is a really big thing that we all use now. And, I know a lot of us do daily messages, message people on Instagram, Facebook and stuff, and just tell them about what we do. You don't have to, I'm going to send this into the coaches chat, and you guys can copy and paste it if you want, but you don't have to. The point of us showing this is you just write something that will lead them to something else, right? So if you look on your top left there, it says for IG, for Instagram. So this is literally what obviously this is mine, because it's really tailored to my page and what I do, right? Can I read this? You read it, go.
Hey honey, liking and supporting our content.
That's so racist.
As you probably know, we are health coaches, and we believe that everybody has the right to be happy and healthy. Okay, and we are currently looking for 5 new people to help us help get into shape of their life, best shape of their lives. Would you and anyone you know might be interested in getting healthy and getting more energy?
Yes.
Love, Sue. Bye bye, honey.
Yeah. So pretty much, I only send that to people who I see have been liking my posts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then it's true what I'm saying.
You wouldn't send that to someone that's never liked it.
Yeah. Otherwise, we get #seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I found from this was probably 1 in 5 respond, probably 1 in 5 respond, and even if they don't come now, they'll come eventually. Yeah. And it's just about building that relationship, because now that you've spoken to them, when you post, they'll see. When your story comes up, they'll see it. And you can see who sees your story. And I've noticed that the people that I've messaged, they like my things more, and they're watching my stories a lot more. So it's about building that rapport, yeah? And so it could be a message like this. This one I stole from Bex, you know. Hey Nish, hope you're having a great day. Are you into health and fitness? We have free community classes in Liverpool. I know it might not be for you, but do you know anyone that wants to get active? Do you see the trend? It's the same thing. I know it might not be for you, but do you know anyone? It's
With
very
this
indirect.
one, I've just added now, I just compliment their posts. I love your posts, love your vibe. That's awesome positivity because people love compliments.
Yes, but always be genuine.
Genuine, yeah.
Be genuine.
Don't be like, I love your health and fitness and like they got nothing to do with health and fitness.
That's right, that's right. Because if you read a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People, you lavish people with praise, but it has to be genuine. Because people can see through, like, insincerity. Yeah, people can see through that. Whether it's a text or something like that, they can see through it. So make sure you're being honest with your compliments and stuff.
Last one. Hey Rosa, hope you're having a great weekend. Are you into health and fitness? We are offering free fitness sessions in Liverpool. Do you know anyone that wants to get active? And that's the MNLC page.
Yeah,
Okay.
so this is not just for Instagram, it could be Facebook Messenger as well. And you set your goal. Usually the coaches, 10 a day. Whether it's on Facebook or Instagram, 10 messages a day. Yeah, if you do that, you get 2 hits. You know, one person comes a week, and you know you do more, then the numbers are better, right? The more invitations, the better the numbers. There's a solution to everything. So that's the Instagram post. We're gonna send it out. You guys don't have to copy it, but do you in the post. The next one that people have been posting is Gumtree. So you guys all know what Gumtree is, the website where people sell everything and anything. And Buy Swap Sell, the website where people sell anything and everything, right? And this is literally where I got all my clients from. Like, seriously, who knows Angel? She came from Buy Swap Sell. Matthews came from Instagram. All of my people came from social media and people that I didn't know. Told you I didn't have friends, right? So it's really, really easy to do. If you just look at these posts, so, you know, hey everyone, January, this was like old. January's almost over. I know you're wanting to get healthier. Free Fit Club. Some people just literally say Free Fit Club these days and a photo. And it gets a million hits, right? As long as it's out there and people are seeing it. You know, this is Mathios's one. So, thanks Mathios. And what he did, and it's really helped him, is that he put his before and after there. And people just went crazy for it, right? Because he was like, I managed to lose 37 kilos, you know, in this community. And people were like, how? Right? So it just, you need to get it out there, and you always put it with an attractive photo. Don't put a dull, like, nighttime photo where all the people's eyes look like possum eyes and stuff. Make sure it's bright and it looks good.
The last one is, awesome. It says, hey guys, this is one of the ones I've done, but you're probably gonna like freak out when you hear it. Hey guys, we are offering 5 sessions for $5 from our Liverpool Centre to brand new people who attend, and tag a friend below. Okay, this was a paid Facebook ad, and I said it's 5 sessions for $5. Do they know that the sessions are free? They got no clue. They're gonna get them for free anyway, but they're gonna get samples every time they come. And basically what I would do here as well, if they were coming say for more than 3 times, I would actually pay out of my own pocket for them to have a full combo. Like, I would do that for them. Just to enjoy it, just to try the nutrition. You will receive more 5 groups of fitness, and there's blah, 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 free meal plan, free one-on-one coaching, free full body tinnitus scan. So it's like, all people want to see is that you're willing to give more value than you ask for. That's all it is, honestly. So when you give people so much, that's when you attract a lot of people, okay? And yeah, with Facebook ads and stuff that they allow now, it's so powerful. I've just put up like one recently since Monday, and it's seen over 3,000 people, and there's over probably 15-20 comments. Funny enough, that last guy, the Indian dude that walked out, I spoke to him and I'm like, he said he remembers me from when we changed money for Thailand, and he goes to me, oh, you know, I saw the video of the workouts and Rob messaged me. See, the power of social media. Use it. It's really cool. Okay, awesome. And this is now.
So for the BMTC.
Okay.
So the BMTC is coming up, and it's not just about you guys now. It's about who you can bring in, whose lives you can change, right? So it's a good way to do it is to promote it to people. It's $25 to register for a 4-week challenge. You get scales, fitness testing, one-on-one coaching, meal plans, groceries. Like, honestly, I would have joined myself, right? And there's prizes to win at the end as well, right? So these are different ways, and this works for me really well. Like, one of the challenges I had like 8 random of people that I never met before just joined the challenge. 2 of them jumped on products and 6 of them just was like, no show. But that happens, right? It's just numbers. So what I did was like, I'm looking for 10 people who blah, 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 want to feel better, want to lose weight, have energy, want to have all these problems that are out there. I mentioned it because it will hit someone. One of these solutions will hit someone out there, right? And it did. And it's just 30-day challenge, starts this date, message me, right? The other one is same thing, you know, blah, blah, blah. There's always like something that's catchy in the beginning. Says we create greatness, or you know, the challenge, or like near you, or lose weight in winter, summer body made in winter, like all these catchphrases that we use to get people's attention. And then you say 30-day challenge, BMTC, this is what you get, and then message me before you know the spots book out, or before you know registration closes or something like that. So these ads are very good because then it just who's seen 30-day challenges out, you know, like just being advertised on Facebook. It's everywhere. And it's everywhere because it's attractive, yeah? And people are running it because it works. And that's why we run it, because it works. So make sure you guys definitely take advantage of that as well, promoting the BMTC now, even though it's about 2 weeks away, yeah?
Did you share it with them?
They can see. They can see my screen.
Oh, they can.
It says share screen at the top.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for all of them. We'll send them out, and they'll probably be on the Facebook, on the website. So you guys can kind of just either copy and paste, but kind of create it your own. Your friends know that that's not how you typically talk, right? Like for me, I know it's like 100 emojis, like in these things. So use it, just like personalize it towards you, okay?
Yeah. And make sure you guys wrote it down in your Herbalife manuals, pages 20 to 25. That's your use where talk, right? Read it, because there's no point us going over it when they've explained it so well there, so much better than how we could ever explain it, right? And then also your DMOs, which are daily methods of operation. These are the things you do every day. They're your invitations, okay? They are marked, write this down, in page 27 to page 40. Okay, page 27 to page 40 are your DMOs. So if you go through there, you pick 4 things that you like and you do them every day. That's how you get your invitations in. It's the most important thing. If you don't want to worry about anything else, worry about your invites on a daily basis. Not just, okay, I did 10 on Monday, I'm going to do it on Tuesday, Wednesday hump day, Thursday dancing, Friday TGIF, and then weekends off, and then hashtag TGIM again. It doesn't work like that. Your DMOs are a daily method of operation, yeah?
And if you guys have a look, there's like, it explains the shake party, goes into healthy breakfast, wellness evaluations, all these things, skin parties, everything. So make sure go through it. With the invitations, guys, the best tip I can give to anyone is try to talk or invite 10 people a day, minimum. That's like the bare minimum. Because what that will create, even if you do say Monday to Friday and you have the weekends off, Monday to Friday you invite 10 people a day. That's 50 people a week. That's 200 people a month, okay? Some people in the first week might not come, maybe 1, 2, 3. Second week, maybe 5, 6, maybe. But I guarantee if you do that for 2 months, you'll have your own 50 people that would want to show up, 100%, okay? And it's all about consistency and doing it regularly, okay?
Yeah. This is really important. 200 people a month, right? Let's say you're like just really bad at speaking to people and only 50, half of them come in, like half of them respond to you, yeah? That's 100. Let's say you're totally bad at wellnesses and then a quarter of them, let's just say a quarter of them get onto a wellness, right? That's 25.
So 50 will show up. Yeah.
50 will show up? Now I'm so confused. Yeah, I was just saying if...
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, 25 people jump on a wellness. I'm just going to go with those numbers, like you're a really crap coach, right? But you spoke to 10 people a day. 25 will jump on a scale. Let's just say half of them get on a 3-day trial pack. Okay, so 12 and a half people. Let's just say 13 people jump on a trial pack, right? Let's just say half of them, this is like if you're terrible, half of them jump on a 30-day program with you. How many is that? That's 6 or 7 people, yeah? You're helping 6 or 7 people every single day and you're totally crap. Like that's crap numbers. Yeah, I don't know anybody who's ever done that. Would you be happy? with 6 or 7 people a month.
Oh yeah.
You know, you'll be activating this whole flow. You'll be supervisor within 3 to 4 months. Yeah, that's the power of numbers. And Rob always says this. You know, what you lack in skill, you make up for in numbers. And that's how he grew so fast. You know, because he did his numbers, and now look how skillful he is, because he's made up for that skill, right?
Yeah.
So make sure you just aim for 10 a day. Aim for 10 a day. If you don't hit it, no problem.
Once people go through the door or they go to a community, half the job is already done for you.
Yeah.
Because they'll hear the stories, they'll hear about results. If they don't start right away, it's fine. Everyone takes their own. They need to hear their story, like someone they can relate to. But once they do, they'll be in. Yeah.
And also, if they don't turn up that day and they said they would, the most important thing is follow-up.
Follow-up.
Fortune in the follow-up. Yeah? Fortune is in the follow-up. Because if you don't follow them up, you forget about them, they'll forget about you too. And they'll find someone else. They'll find another ad, they'll find that person will follow up, and then they would have changed their life and not you.
I had
Okay.
2 girls came in today, but they walked off.
They walked off?
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
We've
I
had.
messaged them and
we've-
she just replied saying, "Oh, I saw a lot of people last stuff. Can you tell me a bit more about the class?" So I didn't reply.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's it. And all you have to do is just let them know that if they choose not to want to see Herbalife or whatever, they're welcome to use the classes. That's it. Amira, same thing. Amira had 2 girls. They came. So they walked with you. It was a ladies' class. They walked down and then they saw the whole thing and they saw like, oh my god, so many Herbalife shirts. And then literally they ran away. Like as soon as you guys started, they ran away. And then Amira messaged them like, hey, what's up? Like she got so scared. What's wrong? And then they're like, oh look, we didn't know it was Herbalife. Blah blah blah. And it's fine. But you don't know the person's experience. Those 2 ladies went to a fit club where they told them you can only exercise once you jump on a program. That's why. And then so she just said, come to the fit club, join the classes. And I think the ladies have come a few times now. So it's just, you gotta let them know.
Yeah. But always follow them up and just be like, no problem. And always assume that they didn't just forget about it. Always assume that something came up. So I literally messaged like, oh my god, I'm so I missed you the other night. Like, is everything okay? And they're like, oh my god, I'm okay. Like, I just had this thing. I'll definitely be there next time. Because then they feel bad because they're like, oh shit, this stranger's worrying about me. Like, I better stick to my word next time, right? So it's very important to follow up in a way that makes them feel important. Yeah. And once you do that, it's sweet. Other than that, that is invitations. Anybody have any questions? No? Check the books. Nah. Joking. Next week, we're going to be talking about follow-up, okay? Follow-up and wellness evaluations, okay? So now you've got the invitation to a presentation, and if your presentation's a wellness, what do you got to do? Yeah? What do you got to do? And then once they join on a 3-day trial pack or a product, what do you do then? You know, you've made the sale. It's not about the sale. Yeah, it's about the follow-up. Like, what are you going to do for them to reorder? What are you going to do for them to get their goal in the first 30 days so they can change their life, right? So next week is very, very important, and we have it's going to be really cool. Other than that, no questions? Any questions over there?
Yeah.
Online? Any questions?
They're Gucci.
You good? If you have questions, type them into the coaches chat or read your manuals and they'll be answered. Other than that, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.